as well.
Well, don't worry, we'll be bringing him out here in a little bit, but we're going to make you wait a little bit longer. Austin's contract says he's only allowed to sing 2 songs at a time before he has to have a break. Give it up one more time for Louisa Marion back there.
Sure.
My, how times have changed. Remember when y'all used to bring me alcohol on stage and I would chug it?
I was hoping to get like a Shamu moment, or I get a spit take on the front row.
It's not that kind of show.
Give it time.
It'd be more like Gallagher probably if I did it. Oh, speaking of being 42 and things being different, some of y'all may have seen on social media that Austin and Chatham and I attempted cartwheels a few days ago. People always like to ask you, like, hey, what's different? What feels different about this year? And it's never anything, It's like, once you get to, 35, then it's like, well, I can run for president, I guess. Whoever would want that job. And then after that, it's like, I don't know, ARP, whenever that kicks in. I'm already getting the emails.
Just prepping you,
I'll tell you what has changed. I used to be able to do 1 cartwheel and be okay. We were up in Lansing for the Share the Music concert series up there, which is a phenomenal thing, by the way. If you're tuning in from home and you're near Lansing or willing to drive, it's a really phenomenal concert series that our buddy Grant started last year, and it raises money for charitable organizations in the community. And this year they're raising money for the MSU Music School, and so of course, near and dear to our hearts, we were like, yeah, we'll be back for sure. We got there a day early, so this is on the 18th. So those y'all that know, my birthday's on the 19th. So we got there on the 17th, and that's how long ago this cartwheel was. By my math, that's about 5 days ago. I'm a little rusty, but I'm pretty sure. I take it back. We did 2 cartwheels. We did the first one that we tried to catch on camera, and then after that, Grant was like, "Oh, it was his." Do I mention it was his daughter that made us do this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The cute little girl named Maddie. She was like, "Want to do a cartwheel with me?" And I was like, "No, pay for this, but yes, I will. I will do 1 cartwheel." And then Grant was like, "Oh, I realize now I should have been filming in slow motion. Can you do it again?" And I was like, I literally don't know. I'll try. Turns out I could do it again. Did y'all see his attempt at say cartwheel? He couldn't do it the first time.
I mean, I feel like I got pretty close,
But in hindsight, the move might have been to just commit to falling down instead of trying to fight that and trying to keep, your balance and some sort of core, whatever that is. I hear that there's something called a core that helps.
I think that's a new math.
A blind squirrel finds an acorn every now and then.
Yep. Not for the
Anyway.
performance.
That's what has changed. Even last year, at some point in time, I did a cartwheel. I think I did it for Louisa. Some of y'all notice, if you follow me on social media, I'm on a cartwheel kick. But just the emoji kind. It looks fun. It's a funny thing to send in response to someone. So I sent that to Louisa, and she's like, well, now I want to see you do that. I was like, I'll do it. I did it last year and was mostly okay. Fast forward to 5 days ago and did 2 cartwheels. And it's like taking every bit of concentration to walk out here normally. I mean, that's the other thing that has changed, like in years past. Show's over, party begins, I'm going right to lay on some ice. That's what's gonna happen after this show tonight. So thank you for supporting me into my 40s, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Should we get some more friends out here? Yeah! Are you interested to find out who the mystery vocal group is? I hope you're not disappointed when I tell you that you don't know who they are.
That's okay.
Because it's me and Chatham and a couple other guys. We don't have a name yet, but so the way this happened was that, as you can tell, I'm just surrounded by talented folks, and you know, these days mostly in the country music world, instrumental, all that. But I grew up on a cappella gospel music, and it played such an important role in my life and teaching me, you know, an ear for harmony. And even at a young age, I was fascinated by the bass singers. Now, I was a late bloomer, so I don't know if I willed myself into singing bass or not. But like literally, I was a sophomore in the high school. Everyone else's voices changed. I was short, and I had a high voice, and I wanted to sing bass so badly. And then it happened over that summer. So it was like movie style, where I showed up the next year a foot taller with this voice. And some people found that unsettling. And I don't blame them. But anyway, so we went out to eat not that long ago, and then all of a sudden I'm looking around the table and I'm like, holy cow, we have a super group, an a cappella super group sitting at this table right now. I'm like, it would be a crime if we didn't like figure out a way to sing something with this lineup of people. So I'm like, wait a second. The 7th quasi-annual birthday bash is coming up. I didn't engineer this. It really did happen organically. I'm like, where should we sing? Oh, let's do it at City Winery. So please start coming up with a name for this group, because we don't have one. This is our first performance together ever. I've been calling ourselves Concoctapella.
There has been some considerable pushback. I'm for it.
One of the members who shall remain anonymous, when I said, what about Concoctapella? He said, I promised myself I would never be in a band that has one of those syllables in the title. Well, I'll just introduce him. Please welcome to the stage, Chad Barr. He's standing by that, by the way. He doesn't like that name, so please help us come up with something. If you were here, I think it was 2019, which is crazy.
Yeah.
4 years ago, and you got to hear Chad sing His Eyes on the Sparrow. Anyone remember that? Yeah. What a voice in this guy. I like to surround myself with soulful people.
Yeah.
To make me look better. So we've been doing a lot of that tonight. Now, I've got some bad news and some good news. The bad news is that I'm not singing bass tonight. The good news is that I'm not singing bass tonight. I can't believe I'm getting to actually sing with this guy. I got a hold of an album that he was on when I was in high school, which probably makes you feel really young. And I was just like, who is this bass singer? And again, a big fan of all those gospel bass singers. That's where a lot of freaky basses live. And fortunately for me, a lot of y'all don't seem to know about them. Y'all think I'm like, you know, some anomaly. But I just grew up listening to singers like this guy. So it is my pleasure to not be singing bass. Please welcome to the stage, Josh Harrison. Is that your special fancy mic over there?
It's not that fancy. It's just a regular old mic.
So the thing about real basses is they don't have to talk like I do all the time. That's what freaked me out when I met this guy. He was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, you're not even trying.
Hey guys.
He's probably a really good bass.
Yeah, right? I'm working on it. Is it not?
So anyway, if it's all right with y'all, like, you know, we're just gonna do a little 4-song set here, but it's kind of like a little unofficial like journey through my path as a musician. So if it's all right with y'all, we're gonna start out with an old Southern gospel hymn. Is that okay? Hold on, let me lubricate, because I'm singing high tenor on this. Well, let's not cheer prematurely. Let's see how it goes. I once was lost in sin, but Jesus took me in. And then the light from heaven filled my soul. It filled my heart in love and wrote my name above. Just a little talk with Jesus made me whole. Have a little talk with Jesus, tell him all about our trouble. Hear our friends cry, answer by and by. Give it a prayerful yearning, as your heart of heaven is turning. Find a little talk with Jesus makes it right. I may have felt some fears, my eyes be filled with tears. Jesus, a friend who watches day and night. I go to him in prayer, he knows my every care. Just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Have a little talk with Jesus, tell him all about our trouble. Hear our faintest cry, answer by and by. Feel a little prayerful yearning, as your heart of heaven is turning. Find a little talk with Jesus makes it right.